Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Well, what do we have here? You know, you'll hear me say this time and time and time again. And I'm gonna beat y'all in the head with this. You always hear me say, time reveals all truth. Had a lot of people reach out to me when the breaking news came that Eddie Hearn signed 2-fight deal, Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, and the world went crazy. Well, half of the boxing world. But us free thinkers and people who exist in this world that exercises something called logic, we didn't get too excited. We just said, yeah, let's just wait and see. Even some of the people who I've accused of being horribly unfair, partial, and biased knew better than to jump on this. So what do we have here? Shout out to World Boxing News. They say, according to this article, World Boxing News can exclusively reveal that mediation between heavyweight rivals Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury has no conclusion, despite months passing. Now let me stop right there for a second. Let me stop right there. Have we not been saying this? We've been saying this, I don't know, since last year, March. There's going to be a trilogy. Yo, there's going to be a trilogy. No, Deontay needs to retire. Okay, he's not retiring. Oh, well, he needs to fight somebody else. Why can't he run that back? Oh, no, he lost too bad. Well, AJ gets to come to New York and get whacked around the ring, and he got his rematch. You know what I'm saying? Lennox Lewis back in the day got dropped. He couldn't beat a 10 count. He wasn't done. Happened to him twice. No one told him to go retire, right? But never mind that. That's a whole nother topic. It's in writing. You know what else you hear me say a lot? Documentation beats conversation. Meaning, if it's in writing, what can you say? What can you do? What can you say? What can you do? Okay? You can't do much. All right? So now, let's continue. What we have going on here is the truth shining through. All right? So all of you, you guys are just like weird. I don't understand what's going on with any of you. Well, I understand. I understand it's pure hatred. It's pure complete bias. You know, whether it's a national thing, whether it's an ethnicity thing, whatever it is. You guys are having a hard time dealing with the facts. And I see a majority of you, most of you I ignore, but I see a majority of you sliding up in my comment section talking about, oh, well, you have a hard time dealing with reality. The fight's happening. And all I asked you guys, and I did it politely too, I asked you guys, yeah, what's the date? What's the venue? Oh, well, this fight was signed and it didn't have a date and didn't have a venue. They start going down the list of fights that were signed with no name, no date, no venue, nothing. Okay, but we're talking about this fight. Because magically, everything that I've said, your boy John Fury has said. Everything that I've said, that fella from Alexander Usyk's camp said. And I forget the other gentleman's name. But all of these are real issues. When we say it, we're hating. When they say it, you get quiet. So here we are again. Here we are again. The Gypsy King has accused Joshua's promoters of jumping the gun with announcements that the fight was agreed. Eddie Hearn did, in fact, offer another update recently. He said, I'm trying to make the AJ Fury fight, basically. He said, I'm trying to make the AJ Fury, but the other side keeps saying it won't happen. It's very interesting, Hearn told the Akin Barak show. Shout out to them. I have no idea what's becoming of Deontay Wilder's legal challenges. That only affects their side, not mine. Oh, I missed the part up here. He says, Fury aimed to move on to a 2-fight saga with fellow champion and compatriot Anthony Joshua, but there are obvious problems. Listen, man. Listen. Language is everything. Obvious problems. Obvious problems. It says it right there. But there are obvious problems. Not to the fans. All they needed to hear was Eddie Hearn say, yeah, the fight's happening. Yeah, the fight's happening. Told you. Right? Told you. Fight's happening. Have fun fighting Charles Martin. When was the last time you heard that fight? Or talk, the idea of that fight happening? When was the last time you heard that? Charles Martin. Huh? Haven't heard that. Okay, Mike Coppinger 2.5 weeks ago said, yo, arbitration? Shit, I think it's just starting. Yeah. When I told you guys, I told you, when I spoke to Tay Jones, I said, is everything okay? What's going on with arbitration? He said, man, we just getting started with that. That was only a couple of weeks ago, a few weeks ago, like maybe about 3 weeks ago. I said, yo, this is what I was told. It was just starting. No, Drew, you're hating. You're living in a fantasy world. You're delusional. You're delusional. Is John fucking Fury delusional? How about this? Is Tyson Fury delusional? Is the fella, I forget his name, but is the fella from Alexander Usyk's camp, is he delusional? Are these men delusional for saying the exact same thing that myself and a lot of other people have been saying? We all can't be delusional, can we? Eddie Hearn also goes on to say, I think AJ Fury happens in July. We just need to finalize the venue at this point. Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Finkel told World Boxing News he has nothing to update on Deontay Wilder until arbitration gets concluded. It all means the Bronze Bomber is still pushing for the third fight. So I don't know if you guys can comprehend English. I know the language of English started over there in Europe, in the UK or wherever. So I know you understand it. I know you guys can read. Comprehension seems to be a difficulty. There's your problem. There's your problem. You can read, but comprehension is the problem. You can't comprehend what's happening. You refuse to believe it because your core beliefs lead you otherwise. Wake up and smell the failure. Repeat after me. Arbitration. John Fury is not confident in Eddie Hearn getting anything done. And if you're reading what Eddie Hearn is saying, it looks like that he's beginning to point the damn finger. He's saying, oh, look, I'm trying to get this fight. Now they're ducking. He says it a roundabout way. He says it. He says it in a roundabout way. I'm trying to get it done, and they acting like they don't want to fight. Okay? That's what he's saying. I'm trying to make the AJ Fury, but the other side keeps saying it won't happen. It's very interesting. That's what he said. Those are the exact words. I just read it. So he's gonna accuse. So when the fight doesn't get done, he's gonna accuse Team Fury. Magically, oh, we had an investor. We had it done. Fury didn't want it. No, motherfucker. No. Address the arbitration. Can anyone find me a video or anything where Eddie Hearn says, video, article, some kind of quote where Eddie Hearn says, yeah, you know, we're just waiting to see what happens to arbitration, but I'm confident Fury will win, and we'll move on with Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Did he give a date on when Fury's going to win the arbitration? Because Bob Arum said something about May. But you know, Bob is Bob. He said something about May. We should have an answer in May. Huh? Has Eddie Hearn ever spoken about the arbitration? No. He's signing 2 deal fights and he's looking for venues, and he has a mystery Asian investor. 200 million is the budget. And now he's saying that, yo, I'm trying to make the fight, and they're saying that it's not going to happen. John Fury and Tyson Fury. Tyson gets on 2 weeks ago and says, I should have just fought Deontay. I've been inactive. I'm throwing down whatever pints a day. Huh? What's that? I don't hear you guys. What's the matter? You don't want to talk? You don't want to talk to me now? You don't want to talk? Go ahead and jump in that comment section and troll. Repeat after me. Arbitration. You ain't got to listen to me. Go listen to Mike Coppinger. He said, I think we're just getting started. Shelly Finkel just got on here and said, yo, basically he says, Eddie Hearn has no say-so in anything. He's talking about venues and finalizing this and finalizing that. He has nothing to update because he don't know what's going on in the arbitration. So what the hell is he going around looking for venues for? This is all cap. It's all cap. Deal with it. Deal with it. This is the reality. This is the guy you love. This is the guy you support. Another stinking lie by Eddie Hearn. All cap. What's the name of the Asian guy that has $200 million? That just wants bragging rights. Don't want no return on investment, just wants bragging rights. This is the guy you run with? This is the guy you run behind? The fight sign, the fight sign. Aha, you're delusional. Yeah. Yeah, we're delusional, right? We could do a mixtape of the amount of lies Eddie Hearn has told. And even the guys that you support are coming out saying, yo, look, this shit ain't getting done. There's no way it can get done. You know why? Little thing called arbitration. And who's involved? The man himself, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Y'all mad? Huh? When I said nothing moves in this division without his consent, you thought I was just saying that just because it was cute, just because it was funny? I wasn't trying to be funny. You know what makes a joke kind of funny though? When there's some element of truth behind it. So here's the truth. Fury can't do shit until after that arbitration. And the sad fact is, I just have a suspicion. And you know, I could be wrong, but I have a suspicion that when arbitration's over, y'all haters are gonna be real upset. Cause it's gonna be time for Fury to put up a shutout. He get in the ring with that third fight, he's gonna come in and have to fight fair. He's gonna have to fight fair. And that's what he's running from. Y'all are justifying a duck. But y'all gotta live with that. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the motherfucking LDBC. I'm gone.